Right, hello, me again. I still have editing software problems, so this will be my kind of review of Series 8 of Doctor Who, but it won't be edited or anything, so on with the show, I guess. In this episode I will be reviewing Series 8, Episode 1, Deep Breath, starring Peter Capaldi and Jenna Louise Coleman, which was originally broadcast on the 23rd of August 2014. Right, let's get on with it. You all know the story. If you haven't seen it by now, what are you watching this video for? Go watch it. The story is that the Doctor and Clara crash land on Earth, they crash land on Earth and then get swallowed by a dinosaur, which then travels to the 1800s present, where it gets coughed up by the dinosaur which travelled with it, and then Jenny, Vastra and Strax pick them up. So pretty weird. So there's kind of a subplot kind of thing where Clara doesn't really accept the Doctor's changed. Kind of goes nowhere, but anyway, in the end of the day, there's this weird clockwork robot guy who is harvesting human organs like the girl in the fireplace to reach the promised land. We'll see how that goes as the series progresses, but deep breath as of now. So let's say the things that I liked. Things I liked: Capaldi's entrance, you know, like when he comes out of the TARDIS initially and he's calling Strax grumpy and stuff like that. I think that's a pretty awesome creative way to introduce a new character. Just saying. The Brigadier reference. I'm surprised no one's noticed this more, but shortly, like the very last thing that's said before the opening credits is Vastra going, "Well, here we go again," which is exactly what the Brigadier said at the end of Planet of the Spiders after John Pertwee regenerated into Tom Baker. The titles. It's taken them 51 years to integrate a clock into the opening titles. That's insane. The Clara and Strax have good chemistry. Clara and Strax have good chemistry together, and, well, I don't mean chemistry, they work well off each other. Cue the fanfiction. The Doctor's escape from the house, when he just like goes to the door, just like, "Door, boarding, not me," and then just runs to the window and just like, "Me!" that had me laughing in the cinema. The next thing that I enjoyed about this episode was just the tiny little Easter egg thingy where everyone's seen it, where Strax throws the newspaper into Clara. You've got to love just something stupid and random as that. You can't not love that. The homeless man scene. No, I'm pretty sure this is common knowledge now that the homeless man that the Doctor robbed, pretty much, is Elizabeth Sladen's husband. Elizabeth Sladen being Sarah Jane Smith, who passed away in 2011. So I think that was a nice little way to integrate the and have Sarah Jane in the Capaldi Doctor era, kinda, yeah. After that, something that's just a general thing of the episode is the costumes. The costumes in this episode are fantastic. Look at every single one of them. They're so beautifully detailed, and even like the homeless man's coat. It's just, I love the costumes in that episode. As I said before, it's pretty much a retelling of The Girl in the Fireplace, so I love Girl in the Fireplace, so it's never a bad thing to see something like that. the next thing that I liked was the Doctor rescuing Clara after he seemingly abandons her to face the clockwork robots. It's just cool little this is me, I'm the Doctor, fuck you kind of introduction to the character, and like how he's going to resolve all of the conflicts in future episodes. Well, not all of the conflicts, but some of the conflicts in future episodes, which I think is a good, strong introduction to how he works. Next up is the one-liner that the Doctor has when Jenny and Vastra and Strax come in to save them later on in that scene, where Jenny says, "Yeah, we've closed down your restaurant and we've called the authorities and stuff like that," and then the Doctor's just like, "You see, you can kill us all you want, they're still gonna close your restaurant." Awesome, just a fun little line. It's quite fun. The next thing I liked, getting toward the end of the episode now, was the confrontation of the half-faced man and the whole question as to whether he committed suicide or not, or if the Doctor pushed him out of the restaurant spaceship thing. I think that caused a bit of controversy, I'm not sure, but if it did, well, it probably did, but get over it. I know, it's that plain and simple as that, get over it. It's the Doctor, he does what the hell he likes, especially after just being regenerated. Next bit that I liked was the Doctor pretty much going to Clara just like, "No fucking romance, pet. I don't want any romance in this fucking TARDIS. Just basically, fuck off, Rose. You're not welcome in this program anymore. You've been in every series up till now. Fuck off." Oh god, Rose isn't in this series. Haha! Neither is River Song. Haha! Anyway, the last thing that I really enjoyed about this episode was the Matt Smith call at the end of the episode, where he rings Clara when they get to Earth, and he basically says, "Look after this new Doctor because he's more afraid than you could ever imagine," which is really powerful because it shows he's not sure about what happens when he regenerates. I mean, it's been touched on before that regeneration is like death, where it's pretty much a reincarnation of your previous self. So Matt Smith's Doctor, the 13th Doctor, fuck you before you say anything, the 13th Doctor just trying to get the grip that he's going to regenerate, but also being selfless enough to think ahead and think Clara might not be able to handle this as well as I probably could. So I really admire that. I admire it. It adds to the episode, which is more than I thought it would do. I thought it would take away from the episode a lot, but it really didn't. Now for the things that I disliked. The pointless dinosaur was pointless. No matter what you say, that dinosaur served no purpose other than to be in the trailer. Optic nerve, fuck it. That was trailer fodder. Written by Stephen Moffat. Need I say more? The man that brought us Series 6, 7 and the 50th anniversary. Need more be said. The sound effects, it's kind of distracting when you're sitting watching the episode and all of a sudden you hear like cartoonish sound effects. They come out of nowhere. They serve no real purpose in the episode, and it just takes away from the suspense. It breaks the immersion, which is the number one rule of any program. Don't break the immersion. It goes on throughout the episode as well, so that gets a bit annoying. The acceptance subplot. I mentioned this before, but Clara has trouble, like, adapting to this new Doctor, when she has no reason to, at all. We spent a majority of Series 7 clarifying that Clara has in fact met every incarnation of the Doctor. They even had footage of Clara and most of the classic Doctors together. So I have no idea why she finds it difficult to accept that the Doctor is regenerated into a slightly older form. I don't know. It makes no sense at all. What can you do? And following on from the acceptance subplot, there's the whole Jenny and Vastra just like being a bit edgy with Clara because of it, like victimising her for something that Stephen Moffat fucked up with. Like, as soon as she says, "How do we get the old Doctor back?" I mean, she obviously is gonna miss him, but like, it was a of the moment reaction, just how do we get the old Doctor back? This guy's weird and different. But Jenny and Vastra turn around just like, "Jenny, fetch me my veil. It appears we've got a stranger in our midst." You don't single out someone because they're slightly confused as to what the hell is going on. It just, and the plot itself just added to nothing. I mean, it was resolved within the first 16 minutes of the episode. Pointless. We had to have something to fill in the time between the dinosaur coming and the dinosaur exploding. Speaking of which, that's the next point. How the hell did the dinosaur explode? I mean, yeah, I know what's his face has the fire fist thing, the blowtorch, but you don't set something alight just like that. I mean, you could set fire to my shoe would burn, maybe my pants would catch fire, but if I wasn't wearing anything, it would just burn that one part. It wouldn't spread up, especially if I had scales which are adapted to be in hot temperatures. I don't know, it just spontaneously combust. In fact, that's what the episode puts it down to, spontaneous combustion. How? Nah. Next point. I noticed this when I was watching it the first time, actually. The Doctor's just regenerated, right? Clara finds the newspaper and finds the advert in it saying, "Impossible girl, meet me on the other side," which is a bit cryptic, I admit. But Clara, in trying to figure it out, says the Doctor can't stand puzzle. He doesn't have the patience for puzzles. How does she know that? I mean, he's just regenerated. This guy could be like Puzzle Master. He could be like the Riddler or something and just be constantly having a master plan and loads of puzzles to figure out, like the 7th Doctor. I mean, if Clara met with the 6th Doctor and then regenerated into the 7th, if Clara was Mel, she would be totally wrong. The Doctor did like a few puzzles in his 7th form. So, call it a nitpick, but there's no way Clara would know at this point if this incarnation of the Doctor liked puzzles or not. Just saying. The hair test. That was pretty pointless, wasn't it? Now that you look back at it. Just, I'm going to see if people are breathing. Why not just go up to someone and go, "Okay, he's breathing." Or why not just listen? In a room that silent, that would have picked up. Just saying. Putting Clara down. There's quite a lot of it in this series, and it all seems to be in episodes written by Stephen Moffat. But there's a lot of times where Clara is put down for how she looks, or how she sounds or how she acts, which it's mostly by the Doctor as well, which is my biggest fault with Capaldi's Doctor. But it just seems, I don't know, quite mean, pointlessly mean. But I can't remember the exact putting Clara down in this episode, but it just seems pointless, and it's just there to ruffle feathers for no reason. Oh my god, yes. Why does Doctor Who need a penis joke? Seriously. I mean, like, when the Doctor and Clara are captured in the larder, Clara, like, flicks up the screwdriver with her feet, the sonic screwdriver with her feet, and it hits the Doctor between the legs, and then she asks if she hit something. Why does there need to be a penis joke in Doctor Who? I mean, he was wearing like a nightgown, so it could have easily landed in the space between his legs, but no, it had to be a penis joke. Why? That was pointless. I'm saying that was pointless a lot, this review. Wow, I'm just noticing that now. Next point. Since when was Clara a control freak? I mean, throughout Series 7 and the specials and stuff, the specials we don't mention, Clara has never shown herself to be any kind of control freak at all, which makes the episode, it makes that one line just come out of nowhere and make no sense until later episodes where she does actually, well, no, she doesn't. She doesn't even begin to become a control freak later on either. I don't know. The Control Node Army. First off, why was the droid who wanted to reach part of the Promised Land making a robot army? No idea. Why did he need the army in the first place? No idea. Why did he feel I need to make a spaceship out of human skin that can fly if he wanted to get to the Promised Land? No idea. Control Node Army. Oh look, it's Deus Ex Machina. Just we'll take out the main man over there. Yeah, see him? Take him out, and everyone here will just drop dead. It's Star Wars: The Phantom Menace all over again, but Doctor Who and Avengers actually. Yeah. When the Doctor, when Jenny, Vastra and Clara and Strax are fighting off the pointless robot army that exists for them to do something in the final scene, they start holding their breath, and it comes to this point where Jenny and Vastra kind of like have a telepathic communication. I don't know, is that established? Are they telepathic or something? Can they read each other's mind? And then the kiss. Wait, I have to address the kiss. The kiss was pointless. It served nothing to the plot, nothing for the plot, because Clara and Strax were able to hold the breath while Jenny couldn't for some reason. It just seemed forced, and a way of saying, "Look at me, I'm being adventurous," which is what Moffat does a lot, to no avail. But yeah, I'm not bothered by the kiss. It seemed a bit pointless. There was no real need for it. That's my 2 cents on the matter. The last thing that I didn't like, the only reason I don't like it is because I know where it goes from here, but Missy. I mean, if you asked me that before Death in Heaven came out, if I liked Missy or not, I would have said yes. But now that I know who Missy is, looking back at this series now, it just... Nah. So, anyway, that was my good points and bad points. I will officially give this episode a 7 out of 10. because it's fun. It's a fun watch, but it gets a bit boring at times, and there's a few big little nitpicks that I'm not quite fond of. There's also a pretty good amount of good parts as well, but Peter Capaldi definitely had the best performance. I mean, you might as well set that as the default for this entire series, unless Peter Capaldi's the best part of this series. Yeah, so that was my review of Doctor Who Deep Breath Series 8 Episode 1. I hope you enjoyed and look forward to Into the Dalek.